And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Bill Guile.
Good evening, everyone. Pretty decent day out there today after a little bit of a damp start this morning. Once those clouds cleared away, things warmed up nicely. It was on the muggy side, but we're starting off taking a look at the tropics. We're still dealing with now Hurricane Franklin, became a hurricane this afternoon. There's also several other waves of low pressure sitting out in the Atlantic and down towards the Gulf of Mexico. The next one we're really kind of keeping an eye on is this one right here. It has become a depression, and perhaps tomorrow it might get a name, Idalia. So we'll keep an eye out for that. But let's focus on Franklin at the moment. Maximum winds now up to 85 miles per hour. The central pressure has dropped to 982 millibars. It's getting ready to start to move a little more forward motion, currently drifting north-northwest at 8 miles an hour, but it's going to start taking a little more of a northward turn through the day tomorrow and continue to intensify as it gets into the Gulf Stream waters. But these temperatures are really warm out here, so they're just going to fuel the fire here, if you will. As we get into Tuesday, a major hurricane with maximum winds of 120 miles per hour, but staying well to the west of Bermuda, but at the same time getting ready to kind of make the typical curve that most hurricanes do as they go in the Atlantic and go off to the northeast by the second half of the week. So by Wednesday, it'll start weakening a little bit, and the distance from the southern New England coastline here is going to be about 500 miles offshore. It'll be close enough to be sending some swells, perhaps some dangerous rip currents for the second half of the week, and some beach erosion as well. So you want to watch for that as we go through the upcoming week. Right now in Providence, it's a beautiful evening out there at 81 degrees, and the dew point has been starting to drift downward. There is drier air coming in. So we're still a little on the muggy side with a 65-degree dew point. Around the region, we find many areas checking in still upper 70s and low 80s at this hour. Smithfield's doing a nice pleasant evening at 75 degrees. Down in Westerly, same story. And if you're on Block Island, looking at 77 there. As we pan out a little bit, we find the heat still sitting in the nation's heartland, although the extreme heat with the 100-plus temperatures has settled a little further to the south now. The Midwest is beginning to cool off. Green Bay is at 68 degrees, Chicago 73, and less humid air is starting to work on down from Canada, and that is coming in our direction for the next couple of days. It's not going to get completely bone dry where it gets delightfully dry out there, but it will be enjoyable. So we have a weak frontal boundary, a trough, if you will, that's going to cross the area this evening. It's going to send a little bit of cloudiness our way and perhaps could trigger a shower or thunder shower in Massachusetts, but I think it stays up there and dries out before it ever gets to Rhode Island tonight. Tomorrow, high pressure starts working in. We'll have a mixture of sun and clouds, a pop-up shower or storm to watch out for. Monday looks to be quite nice, though, with a high moving across the region. And then we head on into Tuesday, and we might get some showers coming up from the south, but this frontal boundary will help deflect Franklin from ever coming to the New England coastline. Here's a close look as to how things play out for this evening, though. Notice it's just basically a pretty nice evening. A few clouds going by, and you saw that quick shower perhaps working through the Boston area later this evening. But other than that, we're going to be looking at intervals of clouds passing through with temperatures settling back to the low and mid 60s. Tomorrow afternoon, again, same story, mixture of sun and clouds, but a little cooler than today. We'll be in the mid 70s, and again, a pop-up shower or thunder shower around, but I think most of the activity is, again, going to tend to miss Rhode Island. And then it gets much more comfortable going into Sunday night, Monday morning. We'll bottom out into the 50s and low 60s. And Monday looks gorgeous. Good deal of sunshine, just some high clouds coming in for the afternoon. Tuesday, a lot more clouds, a shower possible, and we'll have highs a little cooler in the low 70s. Wednesday, showers around. And then the second half of the upcoming week will have that autumn feel. Cool mornings and pleasant afternoons, starting off in the 50s, warming to the 70s with a good deal of sunshine Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's your latest forecast. Let's get a preview of sports. Here's Ian.